What's going on, guys? DJS here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a video today on my top 5 Tuesday list. Today is going to be my top 5 pairs of sneakers that I regret selling. And I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know what you guys regret selling. It doesn't have to be 5 pairs, just any pair that you guys have had, you sold, you traded, you gave away, and then you just now regret that action. Also, shout out to the people that recommended this video. Appreciate you guys for leaving comments as well as do that in this video. Leave comments, let me know what you guys want to see for future top 5 Tuesday videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Smack the thumbs up if you guys do like it. I'm trying to get used to this, face thing. It's kind of weird still. I'm working on it. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Top 5 things that I regret. Top 5 sneakers that I regret selling, trading, or getting rid of. So number 5 is the Air Jordan 3 88s. So I got rid of my Nike Air white cement 3s, and it was one move that I kind of regret doing at this point. I remember when I was in Vegas, actually, with PJ, one of my riders, and some of my buddies, somebody, I posted on eBay or something, and somebody hit me up and offered me a price, and I took it. It was like, I think $450 or something like that. And so, yeah, I was like, man, I might as well just get rid of them. And I was like, yeah, I could use the money. I was down a lot of money in Vegas, so maybe they took advantage of me because of that. But regardless, I know that getting those back is going to be a bit pain in the backside. On the flip side of that, I'm hoping that they drop the black cement Air Jordan 3s with the Nike Air on the back. Eventually, that one's going to be a double up for sure. And then eventually, we'll end up seeing hopefully the Nike Air on the back of the white cements again. So, but I do regret getting rid of them, and that is my number 5. Number 4 is the Air Jordan 4 Black Cats. It is a pair of sneakers that I had when they released originally, and I ended up trading them to somebody else, a buddy of mine, that really, really wanted the Black Cat 4s, and he had a pair that I wanted, which was the Flint 13s, and I was just like, man, I thought it was a fair trade. I don't know, you guys weigh in the comments, let me know which one won out of that deal, Black Cat 4s or Flint 13s. Chances are they'll probably retro the Flints before the Black Cats, just because the Flints is kind of like a power model, or power colorway in that lineup, I guess, of 13s. But the Black Cat 4s would be cool to see drop again. They did drop kind of an all blackish, sort of with the pony hair for Pinnacles, but not exactly the same thing at all, obviously. But that's number 4. Number 3 would be an Air Jordan 15 sample that I used to own. Something looks similar like this on the screen where I'm putting it. And it's the Air Jordan 15, kind of a wicked looking model, not one that most people like, but it was one that I liked when it came out. I was actually testing sneakers with Nike at, Nike Basketball. When the 16s came out, I was actually product testing them. So the 15s were on the market, and Nike used to have these things called sample sales, and I'd actually be able to go to Nike campus and walk around, and they'd have these big, huge sales full of a bunch of products. The shoes were $20 a pop, sometimes 15. Hats and like t-shirts and socks were like $1 to $5. And then they had like shorts, basketball shorts for like $5. It was a crazy, crazy thing. Like, it was always like crazy prices for all these samples. But I got the Obsidian blue. It was like a bluish Obsidian and white Air Jordan 15 sample, and the colorway didn't drop yet. And I ended up selling it on this thing called Vintage Club USA. If any of the old sneakerheads know what I'm talking about, it'll make me pretty happy that somebody recognizes that name. But it was like before eBay sort of thing. It was like the beginning of like the internet, it really felt like, because I was not understanding what was going on. And I don't even remember how I made the transaction with money. I don't even know if that was PayPal. It was just like really, really bizarre. But I ended up finding a buyer that wanted them, and I sold it to them for like $350. And I was just like, I'm blown away. I was like, I could buy so much stuff with this. That was probably like my insurance payment, because my insurance was so high back then, because I had so many accidents, and not many accidents, but a lot of tickets, speeding tickets and stuff. But so that is the number 3 spot. The number 2 spot goes to another sample that I had, which was the Air Jordan 7 Olympic 7s. Now you can see behind me there's a pair of Air Jordan 7s, and just so you guys know, every time I do one of these videos, I'm just going to try to put some different sneakers on display on the backdrop. But the Air Jordan 7s on behind me, that is a Countdown Pack sample. That was the one that was the alternate to the Hair 7s. That is the ones that actually ended up releasing. So the Air Jordan 7 Olympics I had were from the last retro, which was probably 4 years ago, because it seems they drop them every 4 years for the Olympics. This year is going to be a Tinker alternate colorway, which looks pretty sick. But the ones that I had was a sample, and it didn't have the weird little logo. I think it's a heart or something like that on the back of the Air Jordan 7. It didn't have that on it, and it was just a little bit different than the original pair. I wish I would have looked them over side by side a little bit closer. I would have noticed some of the subtle differences, but I ended up gifting a buddy of mine those because he like wanted the 7s and I already had a pair of them. So I was like, yeah, you could have the samples, which are probably worth a lot more now. But it wasn't really about the money back then. It was just more about like, oh man, like he always helped me out and get stuff. So like I helped him out and gave him the pair that I had. So that is the number 2 spot. So the number 1 spot ends up going to a pair of sneakers that I had back in the day that looks very similar to these. But they weren't these. They were the original samples of these. Not the original samples. I don't know what sample line they were, but they had Nike written on the posit material, like on the shoe. And it was like written on the shoe, embossed inside the foam posit. Like, so it wasn't like just a writing, it was like actually embossed inside the foam. And those samples, I don't know what happened to those samples. I know there was not very many pairs of them, and I had a pair of them, and I totally am pissed because I think I ended up just throwing them away or selling them for maybe just like a couple $100 way back in the day, 99. So whoever ends up having those now, man, those things, like, there was only like probably one pair on the internet that I've ever seen of the shoe, and I'll put a picture of them in this for you guys. But so the backstory on how I got it is I actually, like I said, I product tested for Nike and Jordan brand and stuff back then, which means I actually hooped back in the day, believe it or not. I did actually play ball, and I played basketball in high school and stuff. And so I was testing some of the shoes, and I got to know one of the guys that was hosting the testing sessions, and I told him I was a huge fan of these shoes when they came out in '97, and I was product testing a couple of years later than that. But I was like, dude, if you can get these shoes, like, I really want these shoes. And he actually looked out for me. He got 2 pairs of the royal blue foams, got 2 pairs of the black foams, and then 1 pair of the white ones, the pros. And I was just super stoked because I ended up getting the shoes I wanted, and he gave me all 5 pairs of shoes for a total of, I think, $200 or something like that. It was just insane. And I mean, that was like $180 was like retail, I think, on these back in the day even. So, and the fact that I got the 2 colorways I wanted, and on top of it, one was that unique sample with the Nike on the side. Now, one of them wasn't the one that had that Nike, one of them was. And to tell the truth, I ended up giving one of the pairs away to another buddy that I worked with at the time, and I traded him his old golf clubs for the shoes. The old golf clubs were absolute garbage, and super garbage, and so he definitely got the better end of the deal. And then I traded the black ones to another guy. I think I just gave them to him for what I paid for them. But so I still have the other pair of black ones that I got from this dude, and then the white ones I ended up just throwing away because I thrashed them literally till the soles fell off of those ones. I hooped in them so much. But that is my story on my number 1 shoe that I regret getting rid of. Now's the time where I am excited to see what comments you guys are going to throw down in the comment section. And don't have to leave a one-liner like Yeezys, like, or something like that. You can get into some detail about what shoe you used to have and you regret letting go. It can be in a little bit of detail. I like to sometimes click that little dot button, let me know that there's a little bit more that you guys left for me in the comments, and then I like to expand that and read some of the good comments. So hopefully you guys will be active in the comment section. I try to reply back to like at least 50 or so comments per video. It's a lot of effort. I do it all day long and all night, and if you guys appreciate that, please smack the thumbs up. And if I'm ignoring you and you leave comments, just know I'm not purposefully ignoring you. It's just hard to get through all the comments and stuff, and I'll leave it at that. But thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoying this Top 5 Tuesday series. I'm really having fun doing this. There's a lot of suggestions that you guys are leaving me. There's a lot of ideas that I have for future videos, and let's keep it rolling. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys for more videos soon. Peace, guys.